Hello, this is Kara from Kara Tarot with a general reading for Friday, September 12th, 2025. I'm working today with the Pip Speak Tarot, bright and fun tarot deck. And the spread that I'm using is by Vincent Putisci. It's his 3-dimension spread, and he has passed away, but he still has a lot of content online on his on a YouTube channel that continues giving. So it is a doubled 3-card spread. So we have the topic, what works against it, and the potential outcome. And then we have 3 additional cards. Let's break this out a bit more. So the topic for today is the King of Swords. These are thoughts and actions. The King of Swords is very direct, possibly to the point of being rude. Also can use the pen as a sword as well, a very good communicator. This King of Swords looks half as if he's sitting and half as if he's standing up. His feet are facing the past, but his eyes are facing the future. And that's a very good thing for a king. It makes him very traditional, facing the past, but forward thinking. And his sword is at the ready, usually holding a sword up, means the sword is ready, but he doesn't look prepared to fight. This is almost more of a ceremonial sword that he is about to use. So the topic for today would be your thoughts, your mastery of your thoughts and communication, and whether that will take you forward or not. Thing that might work against you is the moon. This would be your own internal influences, but also maybe things that you don't know about, things that are still in the dark and haven't come to light yet. There may be a dual aspect to these things with the dog and the wolf and the 2 towers. There may be a duality in terms of how it plays out. There may not be something that's just cut and dried the way that the King of Swords likes it. The potential outcome is the 6 of Swords. Be possibly needing to move away to get out of the turmoil that is potentially caused by this and move forward into calmer seas. You have kind of 4 blossoms here that look as if they've been chopped off. So while that's pretty, they won't last. So that's an aspect also of this. And then, but at the center, at the core of whatever it is that you're going to be dealing with, there is the potential for beauty and growth. So now we're going to turn over the other 3 cards that help us flesh out the 3 parts of this question. Swords and Wands and a King of Swords. So we've got a very masculine energy for the day today. So we have the 8 of Wands here between these 2. The 8 of Wands is a lot of fast action. So even though these things are hidden from you, they may be coming to the light quite quickly. Fast action is what this part of yourself would like anyway. So you'd like to see, you want to know what you're dealing with. So that could be a very positive thing, that whatever it is that you're dealing with here could come out into the light very quickly here. Oh, what am I doing? So, and now this is the 9 of Swords, which is a lot of worry and cares. And again, we have 4 decapitated flowers. And here in the center, we have a bow tied around the base of this 9th flower, but it's blood red. So as you're thinking of trying to move forward, and here you're also thinking of trying to move forward, you're having a lot of doubts, and really there's, amongst the other doubts, there's one really significant doubt that is bothering you and holding you back. But it does have a star at its point. So that's a point of light. And so you need to, whatever the main problem is that's kind of holding you back. There's also an egg here, it looks like. So there's a potential for beginning and a star at its point. So if you can get through these worries and move past them, there are some potentials for good to come out of this fraught situation. Now notice, this is all from the King going to the Swords. This is all thoughts. So this isn't necessarily any actions. This is all just thoughts and communication. Once again, I'm feeling like this is a work situation. Thoughts, communications, maybe things that you say that you feel sorry for later that bother you, or things someone else had said that then start to prey on your mind. I think here we're getting it's interesting that the skirt of his tunic almost looks like the leaves of a book. And I want to say that write things down as you're going through this issue. It will help you keep track of what's going. You could always type it in an email, type it in a memo that you just saved for yourself. For one thing, you want to keep track of things as they happen, and then doing that may help you figure out how best to deal with them. Because you can then go back and you can review kind of the sequence of events in the big picture and evaluate how you're responding to things. Here we have the 10 of Wands, which is between our potential conflicts and the potential outcome. So here we have a major, which again, this secrecy, the things that we don't know, followed by just a lot of burdens. So there may be a lot of extra work involved in this process as well, that so that there'll be work getting to the point where you either have to move on, or you realize where you can find the growth in the situation. And having this is interlaced. And again, here in the center, we have red. So red can also mean danger. It means it's important. It can also mean danger. So in the midst of this piling on of activity, there's a real danger of perhaps succumbing to the negativity of these thoughts, or feeling that you just have to walk away. And so again, I go back to the overall recommendation, I would say, because here we have a major and we have a court card. The overall recommendation is just to, keep track of things. Don't just leave it to your mind. Write things down. Write them in sequence as more or less as they're happening, even if it's just at the end of the day. Kind of review it for yourself in the sequence that they happened to help clarify it for yourself. And potentially through that, you're going to see patterns that you're not seeing in the individual interactions. But if you can look at one of the conversations with this person, another conversation with another person, another conversation with another person, it's going to bring light to these things, which you don't have to share. That can be for yourself. One of the things about, good kings don't talk to everybody. They take care of things on their own, and is based in their own ideas of what has worked in the past and what they know to be true and right and good. Here we have hearts and a flower and 2 swords on his leg there. So I think it's relying on your own counsel would be the final aspect of that today. Of course, if this doesn't mean anything to you, if it's not feeling like it applies to your day, it's a general reading, so it may not actually be for you. In which case, just you get to see these fun, quirky, lovely cards. Again, this is the Pip Speak Tarot. It's a Marseille style tarot in a modern drawing style. And if it is for you, I hope this gives you strength and courage and maybe even a couple tools to deal with the day at hand. This is Cara Tarot. Thank you.